Welcome back, my dear students. As I am continuing to study the properties of the fluids, so another one property, that is compressibility. What is this compressibility? Why this is taken as a property of the fluid? That we need to see. So first, what I will take here now, this is the cylinder piston arrangement. This is the cylinder here, and here I will take a piston here. So this is the piston here. So now what I will take here now, just one movement for the piston I will make here. So what is this one now? Just I will take more length here to show you. Right. So this is the one position that the piston now initially it has here, first position. If I move this piston towards the left side here, so now that the next position of the piston, if I take it here now, this is the next position of the piston, it is the second position here now. What I will take here now, so when this is the initial position, the piston is at initial position 1 here. Inside this cylinder I will take water here, just here I will take it is a water here. So if I take that water here, so what happens here in this case? Just like the arrangement is just like this here. So if I take water here, so like this. So like this, water if I take it, so it is the initial position of the piston, water is taken inside here now. So now the pressure of the water inside this cylinder here now, that is P1 here now. P1 here. Volume here, volume it covers here now, this total volume of this water is V1 here now. The inverted A, it is taken as here now, P1 volume here now. Next what I will do, I will compress it here. If I compress it here like this, see here, if I compress it here like this, if I move this piston to here, so from 1 to 2 here, what happens? The pressure of this water will be increases from P1 to P2 here. So therefore here P2 is greater than the P1 here now. The pressure will be increases here now. Then the change of the pressure is dP. dP is the change of pressure. Pressure of the water is changing, increasing here now. So next, what about the volume? Volume will be, that is decreases from V1 to V2 here. So therefore, where that V2 is less than the V1 here. Volume will decreases, pressure will be increases here now. So here, the volume, decrease of volume is taken as, that is a change of volume is taken as a dV here now. dV is the change of the volume here now. Next, these are the two position, first position and second position. Next, what I will do here in this experiment, instead of water, I will take different fluid like edible oil, petrol, or different fluid I will take, and the piston is at the same position 1. Again, I will move the piston from 1 to 2 here. Next, what I can observe here now, so what has to observe here now, the change of pressure dP, change of volume, that is a decrease of volume, dV, is the same for as happened in case of the water or not? That is a question here. So definitely it has been observed from the experiment, the change of the pressure dP and the change of the volume dV are different. Even though same cylinder, same piston, same movement of the position, the change of volume, change of pressure are different for the different liquids here, different fluids here. So therefore, this will be taken as a property. That property is called as the compressibility here. So that is called as a property called as a compressibility here now. So that compressibility, we cannot study that one out directly here now, at this position here, because it is a very complex matter here. So therefore, we are studying the compressibility in terms of bulk modulus of elasticity here now, because that fluid, it is liquid is there here now. That means it is molding here now. It's changing its shape here now. Do you know water it is there? If I put that water in any container, it will take a shape of that container here now. So when it is moving, that bulk modulus changing is taking place here now. It is so therefore the compressibility will be studied in terms of the bulk modulus here now. So therefore compressibility and bulk modulus both are same. But only thing is that here now the compressibility it is there here now. Compressibility it is inversely proportional to the bulk modulus. So therefore bulk modulus of elasticity it is usually noted as K value, and it is having a unit what? Unit as a pressure, Newton per meter square, and this bulk modulus of elasticity it is there. It is the inversely proportional to the compressibility here. So therefore we will study that bulk modulus of elasticity somewhat in detail here now. So what is this bulk modulus of elasticity? How it will be defined here now? Bulk modulus of elasticity, that is K, is defined as compressive stress, means change of pressure. Change of pressure is different for the different fluids as we have seen here now. So this is divided by volumetric strain. Volumetric strain means it is a change of volume dV divided by original volume here. As we have studied here now, when the pressure is increases here in this case, volume will be decreases here now. So when it is compressed here now, pressure increases but volume will be decreases here now. Always both are in opposite. Pressure and volume are in opposite in case of the compressibility here now. So therefore this will be taken as a negative sign here. So this is the bulk modulus of elasticity, is the compressive stress or a change of pressure divided by, that is a volumetric strain here. It is called as a volumetric strain. Volumetric strain is change of volume divided by original volume. This is called as the bulk modulus of elasticity. It is a reciprocal of the compressibility here now. This bulk modulus of elasticity we are studying in two cases here now. So first case here, that is a case 1 we are taking when the process is there, thermodynamic process it is there. If it is isothermal process, here it is a isothermal process here. Isothermal process means temperature is constant here in this case. What is the governing law for this isothermal process? Governing law for this isothermal process is PV is equal to constant here, where V is the volume here. So now what I will do here, I will take this equation here. So for bulk modulus, you will call this equation is 1 here. So next what I will do, I will differentiate this equation here now for isothermal process. I will keep this chain differentiation, I will take P into dV plus V I will keep constant and I will differentiate P here now. Differentiation of constant is 0 here. What I will rearrange this term. I need a term of dV divided by V here now. I will make this term like this here. This is term P into, it is a dV. If I take this term that side, minus P into dP here now. Again I will rearrange here now. dV, this V I will take this side here now. P is equal to minus dP divided by P here. So this is called, this is equation number 2. This equation number 2, if I substitute in the equation number 1, what I am getting here now? K is equal to minus dP divided by here minus dP divided by P here. P. So therefore this dP will get cancelled. Negative will get cancelled. What we are getting here now? K is equal to P here. So what is the equation we are getting? K is equal to P here. K is equal to P. Bulk modulus of elasticity is equal to the intensity of that pressure here. So that is in case of the isothermal process. But in case of if I take in case of the adiabatic process here, so if I take case 2 here, in case of the case 2 here, adiabatic process here, adiabatic process, if I take the governing law for the adiabatic process is PV raised to gamma is equal to constant, where gamma is the adiabatic constant. The gamma is equal to Cp by Cv, as you know here. The gamma is equal to Cp divided by Cv here. You know that one. This is the governing law for the adiabatic process here. Next, I will go for the chain differentiation here now. I will keep this p is a constant. I will differentiate this phi raised to gamma here now. What is this phi raised to that gamma will becomes here now? It is the gamma into, it is phi raised to is gamma minus 1 here now, into it is a dV. It is the differentiation of that. This plus here, next phi raised to gamma I will keep it constant. I will differentiate this p, it is a dP, and the differentiation of the constant is 0 here. Then next again I will rearrange this rewriting of this term, p into gamma. This one I will write it here, phi raised to gamma into phi raised to minus 1 I will write it here, into dV plus phi raised to gamma, as it is I am writing dP is equal to 0. Only this term I split it here. So what this one now? Phi raised to gamma, this phi raised to gamma will get cancelled here. Next this term I can write it here now. This is the term dV divided by phi. Phi raised to minus 1, if I take in the denominator, phi divided by phi here. This is equal to here minus dP. This dP I will take that side, it will become some minus, divided by p into gamma here. Call this is equation number 2 here. Substitute this equation number 2 dV by dP value here. Here in this case, what I am getting here now? K is equal to minus dP divided by minus dP divided by p into gamma here. So minus minus will get cancelled, dP will get cancelled. What I am getting here now? K is equal to here p into gamma here. K is equal to p into gamma in case of the adiabatic process. The intensity of pressure, it not only depends on the pressure here now, the bulk modulus not only depends on the pressure here now, it also depends on the adiabatic constant. So therefore bulk modulus in case of the adiabatic process is equal to the product of the intensity of pressure and adiabatic constant. Whereas in case of the isothermal process, this is the bulk modulus of elasticity, it is only depends on the pressure. K is equal to P here. This is about the property compressibility. But only thing what we can see here now in compressibility, the compressibility property or effect, when to consider, it is very important here. Usually this compressibility property, it will be considered when that fluid is moving with the supersonic speeds, or else body is moving with the supersonic speed in a static fluid. So then only we are considering the compressibility, where the change of the density is predominant, very high. Then only we are considering this property compressibility. So that's why this compressibility is the property, but we are considering only at certain conditions. Not in all the cases we are not considering this compressibility. Now I will stop here. We will study next another one important that property in the next video lecture. Thank you very much.